Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to give you some of my current favorites when it comes to point and flat shoe brands, leotards, tights, Pointe shoes, accessories, well, some things that I'm currently loving at the moment. I think I'm gonna start with my two favorite leotards at the moment. The first one is this one from Block. You might have seen this in my ballet dancewear haul, I don't know what to call it. This is on Block, as I might mentioned, and it's the diamond, what do you call it? Diamond mesh back or something like that. You will find the correct name for it in the description box down below. Anyway, this is a camisole and it's in nylon, I think. Yes, this is nylon and spandex. I was really liking this. It looks very good on me, and it looks, yeah, it's nice to wear. I like this kind of type of materials a lot because they sort of transport away the moisture from your body, and it doesn't keep you warm. That's what I mean is that it doesn't feel like too. Means it, since it's helping your sweat go away from your body, then it doesn't stay so warm. If you get what I mean. Anyway, so that's one. The other favorite one is actually in cotton. That is a bit warmer, but now during the winter it's quite nice to have something to keep you a bit more warm, even though if you get warm pretty quickly. This one is from Capriccio, and I just love the boat necks. I love boat necks. These have been so much favorites for so long, and I also have a little bit deep in the back because I always love a pretty back too. Because even though you work out in these leotards, they can be so gorgeous. And if I can put a little bit of fashion, even though into my workout clothes and my ballet wear, yeah, I like it. So it's a plain black again, and this is in cotton, as I mentioned, and it's also in something more that I have cut away, so I can't tell you. And this one also has, yeah, it has a built-in kind of bust lining. This one, yes, also have that. But yeah, just a pretty flattering model. I like the way it looks at me, and I was a bit unsure when I bought this that these was gonna slide off, but they don't. They stay in place. So yes, from Capriccio. Moving on to tights. I have been a fan of the Capriccio tights, the convertible ones, for I don't know how long. But here in Sweden you can only buy the one, at the most regular, common ones. I don't know what the model is called. But when I was in London like 2 years ago, I went into the Capriccio store and I bought the ones that are in the soft waistband. And ever since that, I've been in love with those. So I've been ordered quite recently a lot of them because, yeah, I love them quite a lot. And this is the style. If I could know that, it would be easier. Okay, you will find it in the description bar down below. I will go check up exactly the style because it's like 4 numbers. Okay, but as you see, this is this. And yes, these are so more soft, so it doesn't tuck in because I hate that. It just makes smoother lines around your waist. So, and these are ballet pink, and yes, the other convertible one also, because I love convertible tights. These are the best. I could never imagine wearing a full foot tight. No, I need a convertible ones, because I usually wear them like rolled up to half my calf, and only have them full on when I'm in pointe shoes. So, and the last piece of clothing don't actually be a certain brand, it's just a certain piece of clothing, and that's just a regular pair of socks. As I mentioned, I think it was in my review of the Block flat shoes something. I will leave a link. Anyway, I mentioned that I only wear my flat shoes when we leave the bar. And at the bar I always wear socks. And that's basically because I feel if I wear socks I can work better with my feet when they're still cold. because I have this thing, I get a bit cramp underneath my foot, like in the middle of the foot. It cramps and get really hurtful, so I have to be really, really warm. So even over these, now during the winter I wear a pair of thicker socks just until I get warm. But yeah, I love wearing socks until my feet are warm, because I feel when if I put on the flat shoes right ahead, since I'm barefoot in those also, my feet gets cold and they just don't get warm that quickly. So that's why I wear socks, and why I love wearing socks. Okay, moving on to some shoes. I have a pair of Pointe shoes and a pair of flat shoes. We can start with the flat shoes, and these are the block. I don't remember what they're called. I didn't do my research for this video, but I will every information will be in the description bar down below. And this is an elastic shoes, something. I did a review of these earlier on during like last year. I think it was the end of summer or so. And these has been absolute favorite flat shoes for me. Because these shoes, since there are no drawstring and there's this elastic thingy around there, it stays on my foot so much better than any other kind of shoe I've ever worn. And it's just because if I compare these to the ones I wore before, the ones I had before felt like you were a big bag around your foot. And I think they were like in the way when I was dancing, but I couldn't wear socks when we leave the bar, because then I couldn't get the grip of the floor. Yes, but these are absolutely amazing. They also have put in like little cushions in the heel and over the toes. That's nice too, even though I don't think about it so much. I think when I first started wearing these, I had some issues how they felt like inside, but now I don't care anymore. So yes, absolutely loving these. Favorite type of Pointe shoes at the moment, since the range of Pointe shoe brands definitely here in Sweden, and yes, is quite limited. They basically, because there are like one store that are like a sort of a chain here in Gothenburg and in Stockholm, and they basically they are block agents, so they have a lot of block shoes, but not a lot of block shoes. They have a couple of models, and I think yes, they Gaineminden they also have. I haven't tried these, so I don't know how they work. And also in terms of Grishkos, they only had 2007s. I did a review on my Grishkos 2007s in the spring, and I ended up saying I don't like them because they were too small and but I had an issue, I had a lot of issues during the fall with my Pointe shoes. So I decided to try my Grishko 2007s again, but with some small adjustments. So I sew in a different kind of elastic. I took this one, and these are now really tight around my ankle, because I can't use the drawstring at all. If I use this, if I pull it at the tiniest, they will my feet will go numb. I feel like I have no blood in my feet, even though it's quite impossible, but that's how I feel, and I can't dance. But if I use it with these more tight, it's like, whoa. But I love these shoes now, and I can dance in them. Yes, they might be a tiny bit still too small, but I can still use them. I can use them better, because the shoe I had before this one was blocks, because I had the blocks with me just in case I couldn't wear this for a whole class. So I did change it, and I was wearing this for 2 classes, and for the last class, when I did the change, when I put on the blocks again, they felt like I was wearing a flat shoe. It wasn't that tight, like the shoe, it was so baggy. So I like with this, that this is so tight around my foot, it's just there, and it's hard. I realized I really need a hard shoe, a really hard shoe. Yes, the shank is quite soft, but here in the box, still so hard. And I've been using this, I don't know how many classes now, but they they are still like in shape. It's the only way they're going is here, and that means also, and that's basically because I'm using them right. I'm getting over, because with the blocks I had I couldn't get over. With these I can get over. So good. So that's good, and I'm just so happy that I finally found the shoe, even though it's a tiny bit too small. Yeah. Yes. So loving the 2007s now, even though what I said earlier. Moving over to some Pointe shoe accessories. First thing is this toe tape, and this is for Minden. And this, you can see, this is a quite thick one. If you can, like that. Cause my big toe are the longest toes, so I need some more. I need to tape that toe. That's basically the only toe I tape, because with these shoes, when they're still so tight to your foot, I don't have to tape them so much because my foot isn't rubbing around, so no blisters, thank God for that. So I only basically is taping my big toe. So that when I use these, and I think it's great. Loving this one, totally loving this one. Unfortunately, it's quite expensive for the amount of tape you get, but you just have to use it with a bit more care. Moving over to some more padding in the shoes. As I mentioned, that my big toe is the longest. I need something bit more, and just in the tip of the shoe to help me put off a bit of a pressure on the toe, because if they're too much I have some issues dancing. And so I found these little cushions. These are from the Toe Savers mini gel pads, and I basically put this in the tip of my shoe and just make sure that they are in right underneath my big toe. So when my big toe comes, it's sort of, yeah, you're getting a bit more squishy there, so not less of a pressure. So that's really nice. So happy for these. When I found these, it was like, oh heaven, it's not hurting so much anymore. Because it's much easier to dance when it's not hurting that a lot, especially on my big toe. So these are absolutely favorites, can't live without them when it comes to wearing Pointe shoes. And the last thing is something that a friend actually recommended me. That was in my block shoes, and they did get big quite quickly. So, and I was so upset because when they got big, I sunk down to the shoe, and even though I had these little gel pads in the tip of the shoe, it still hurt a lot, and I couldn't dance. So, and I was like, oh, I have to buy new shoes. But it's like, have you tried the Minden fitting kit, or like Pointe pad, or the pad kit? The one you build your own? But no, try that one. So she actually brought it to another class she has, so I could try it on my shoe before I bought it to see if I liked it. And the kit is basically with a lot of little things. I'm gonna take it out. Okay, here we go right now. This big one, this one I just put in a block and just made it a bit smaller, and it helped a lot. It helped my feet from just sinking down to the shoe, and yeah, it was good. It's really nice. I really liked it. And this one is actually the ones I even tried. But there are also these little things that you get the instruction what you can use them for, but it's whatever you need. It's basically you build your own pad. Is this kind of hard gel that you can, this has some stickers, little sticky things you can put it in your shoe. And then you have this one you can cut these too, because this one I have been cutting because I was trying them in my other shoes, but I didn't like them, so I just went back to the gel pads. So this is just basically put in the tip of your shoe. This one also, I think. And that's it. That's all of them. Yeah, and I think this is quite great because then you can customize more what you like. If you feel like, oh, but I need a little less pressure over there, then I can use one of these things. So it's just mix and match, and just try your way till you find what works for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos here every single Friday. And I will wish you all a pleasant day. Bye!